community control. And the Judge Strobridge set you at no bond, so I'm going to stay the no bond status, appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And that is all, sir. Okay. Thank you. Sticking together here. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Christopher Pimentel.
Okay, Mr. Pimentel, you were arrested and charged with driving a motor vehicle, motorcycle racing. Okay, let me look at a different way of reading these. Okay, participating in an unlawful race, reckless driving, and fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer at a high speed with disregard for safety. Sir, I have reviewed these. I do find probable cause in these matters. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. On the fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer at high speed, I'll set bond at $5,000. On the motorcycle race, participating in an unlawful race, I'll stay the bond at $500, and reckless driving, I'll stay the bond at $500. Special conditions of the bond are that you do not drive without a valid driver's license, sir. And I think I already appointed the public defender. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he qualifies for PTR. I don't want you to have to redo all the work, but could you at least direct
No.
PTR him for count two, the fleeing and eluding?
No.
No?
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Listen, tell the judge your name.
Okay, is this Mr. Robinson?
Oh, ma'am?
Are you Mr. Robinson?
Yes, ma'am, Miss Robinson, ma'am.
Okay, is it Manise Robinson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Ma'am, can I speak for you for a minute? I'll come out Dollar Street, man. I'll come out Dollar Street.
It's recorded. It's recorded.
Yes, I don't care. I'm telling you the truth. I'm 70 years old, ma'am. I'm 70 years old. Listen, I'll come out the dollar store, Your Honor. This officer told me to come and sit down on the curb. I did sit down on the curb, officer. I got on red. You can see it in your face when they arrested me with red on, right here. They say, this man here walking down a street,
sir?
2 miles down the street, he got on green.
All right.
Gray, green, with blue trousers. I got on red short pants, red cap, red shoes. This man here got on gray shirt, gray pants. Ma'am, Your Honor, how in the world that they gonna accuse me? I'm in the dollar store. I got a cane with me. I just had surgery. I just got this on, ma'am. Ma'am, how in the world an old man like me going 2 miles away, gonna rob somebody, take somebody out of the buggy, then they retreat it back, and then here I go, walking down the street. How a man like this of me got on green, you see on my bag here, I got on all red.
Okay, sir, today is not the day, all right? This isn't, we're not having a trial today. I have reviewed this based on what I've read here. I do find probable cause. Now, that might be something that could be disputed down the line, but today I'm finding probable cause. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you, and I'm setting bond at $5,000 with special condition that you not return to the scene and that you have no contact with the named victim, sir. That is all.
Can you reduce my bond, please, so that I get out? Please,
Excuse
ma'am.
me? You have
Please reduce my bond just a couple thousand, so I can get out of here. I can beat my case.
Okay, I'll set your bond at $3,500, and that's it. Goodbye, sir, thank you.
It's a 3,500.
$3,500.
God bless you and keep you well, ma'am. God is good. Thank you, ma'am.
All right,
You have a blessed day, ma'am.
you as well, sir. Jesse Rogers?
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Your Honor, Rogers' refusal.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
On Jesse Rogers, I find probable cause on the possession of cocaine. I'll stay the bond at 1,000. Appoint the public defender. He's currently out on bond for possession of a controlled substance in 2022 CF 170280. Going to revoke that bond and set new bond in the amount of 1,500. He's also on bond on 2022 MM 366AA. Excuse me. And I will revoke that bond and set bond at $1,000. All the same conditions apply.
Waive his appearance.
Okay. Thank you. Cassius Shine,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you, sir?
Pretty good, Your Honor.
Okay, good. Oh, goodness. Okay, sir. You were arrested on a warrant. A previous judge found probable cause on a charge of sale and delivery of cocaine and possession of cocaine. And she set your bond in the amount of $7,500 on count 1 and $1,000 on count 2. Let's see.
Well, Your Honor, I'm trying to bond up, but my bond is too high. And I got a job, I'm trying to be able to go to work Monday.
Okay, you have another case too, sir, which is why I think your bond is probably high. I'm going to stay that previous bond. You have another warrant. Judge Beamer set your bonds. On this case, she found probable cause and set bond on the delivery of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience business in the amount of $5,000, possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience business at $5,000, delivery of a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a convenience business at $5,000, and possession of a controlled substance also at $5,000. On that case, on count 1, I will stay the bond at $5,000. On counts 2, 3, and 4, I will reduce those to $1,000 each for a total of $8,000. I'm sorry. On that case, same condition, no return to the scene. I've appointed the public defender to represent you. What? He has another case? Sir, what are you doing? You have another case, a possession of methadone. And on that case, I reviewed this. I find probable cause. Will appoint the public defender. I'll stay the bond at $1,000 on that case, sir. Okay. That is all. Wanza Leonce Thomas.
Your Honor, he is mental health.
He's what?
Mental health.
Mental health. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him.
We'll waive appearance.
You'll waive his appearance, okay. And I'll find probable cause and stay the bond on destruction of evidence at 1,000, resisting without at 500, drug paraphernalia at 500, loitering and prowling at 250. Okay. Chauncey Walker,
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Walker. You were arrested and charged with possession of cannabis over 20 grams. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause, and I will stay the bond in the amount of $1,000 and appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, that is all. Asa Welch.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged with burglary of a structure as well as petty theft. Okay. All right, I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And on the burglary of a structure, I will set bond in the amount of $1,500, and on the petty theft, I'll stay the bond at $250. Special condition that you not return to the scene, that you have no contact with any of the named victims. Okay.
Your Honor, I don't have a support system to bond out. Is there any way I can qualify for PTR?
Apparently no, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, we have Kaesler bonded.
Who bonded?
Kas-
Kaesler?
Kaesler,
What about Anish Agrawal?
yeah,
You
we,
have a booking number, Your Honor?
What is it?
You have the inmate number?
Do I have an inmate number? I have a,
220-24220. She bonded.
okay. And Nelson Figueroa?
he's present.
Right. Okay. Sir, you were arrested and charged with trespass after warning, a first-degree misdemeanor. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause in this matter, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Let's see. And I'll stay the bond at $500, a special condition that you not return to 191 East Pine Street.
I never got to sign this paper or got one of the papers from him.
Your Honor, the
Okay.
state extended an offer that Mr. Figueroa wants to accept.
Okay,
It's a conviction, court cost in 7 days with credit for the time served.
And a no return.
No return to the scene.
okay. Sir, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, I understand.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
They told me that's all I could get. I wanted to see if I could get it lowered in 7 days.
Okay, do you want to enter a plea, or do you want to wait, sir?
I already entered the plea already. I already signed it.
It doesn't matter if you signed it. If you don't want a plea, I can just do what I just did, and then you can go back in there. You'll have a $500 bond.
I don't understand. I just did do the 5 days.
Do you want to resolve this today or not, sir? Thank you. All right. And, sir, do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation? Then, to the charge of trespass, how do you wish to plea?
Guilty, I guess. I was there.
Okay. I'll accept your plea. Find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 7 days in the Orange County Jail, give you credit for the
2 days.
2 days that you've already served. Order that you not return to 191, was it Pine Street?
East Pine Street, yes, Your Honor.
East Pine Street. And I will reduce your court costs to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court, sir. Thank
I
you.
got 5 more days too, right?
Yes, less, if you get gain time, I don't know. Okay. Melvin Jimenez? Okay, sir, you're arrested and charged with trespass on property after warning at the Red Cross Shelter. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you and stay the bond at 500.
Your Honor, Mr. Jimenez would like to enter into a plea agreement, adjudication of guilt, court cost, credit time served, and no return to Red Cross.
Okay, sir, have you read through a plea form, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes,
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
yes,
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
no,
Were you on a criminal probation at the time of the offense?
no,
And do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
yes, I understand.
Okay, then, to the charge of trespass on property after warning, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the time that you've already served here in the Orange County Jail, order that you not return to the Red Cross where this occurred, and also that you pay court costs. I will reduce this to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Please don't go back there. Thank you. All right, Stan Lerner. All right, is that you, sir? Yes, ma'am. Okay, Mr. Lerner, goodness. You have a new charge of petty theft, retail, that I have reviewed. I do find probable cause. The Macy's at the, looks like the Florida Mall. And on that case, I will appoint the public defender and set your bond at $500. You also have violations of probations for out of county, where your bond, you have no bond. In those matters, I will stay the no bond status on those cases. Is that everything? Yes? Okay. All right, thank you. All right, Tykeem Liggins. Okay. How are you today, sir? All right, sir, you were arrested and charged with battery, as well as 2 counts of resisting an officer without violence.
Right.
Each of those are first-degree misdemeanors, punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to a $1,000 fine. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause on all 3 counts.
Your Honor, no. I've represented Mr. Liggins before. He has been on mental health PTR before, so I would be asking the court if you'd be willing to ROR or place him on mental health PTR. He does have a mental health disorder.
State, what's your position?
So does he qualify for
He can be screened for mental health PTR. I'm not the one to,
He hasn't been screened?
he can be screened.
Can we do the option of bond and then mental health PTR after screening?
If he qualifies.
If he qualifies, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, on the charge of battery, I'm going to stay the bond at 500. On the charge of resisting without violence, I'm going to reduce the bond to 250 on each count, so for a total of $1,000, sir. So, and with the condition that you have no contact with the named victim in the case. In the alternative, if you qualify for mental health PTR, I don't mind you doing that, but I don't know if you're going to qualify or not, okay? That's all, and I appoint the public defender. Okay. Donald McLean. Is that you, sir? Okay, Mr. McLean, you were arrested and charged with trespassing for failing to leave a property under the order of the owner. This is at the Wawa on West Main Street in Apopka, I believe. I could be wrong about which town.
Your Honor, this will be a plea, by the way.
Okay,
Conviction, court costs, credit time served, and no return to the scene.
okay. All right. Sir, have you read through the plea form, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea? Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense? And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation? Then to the charge of trespass on property after order to leave, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the time that you've already served here in the Orange County Jail, order that you not return to the Wawa at 449 West Main Street, Apopka, Florida. and order court costs. I'll reduce those to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Good luck to you, sir. Please do not go back there. They're going to keep calling the police, all right? Thank you. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Angel?
Is it Angel Rivera Pacheco? Yeah. Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged with trespass in an occupied structure. Let's see. Universal property. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And I will stay the bond in the amount of $500. You are currently out on PTR on a possession of cannabis.
Your Honor, no information is filed on that case. It is a PD case.
All right, I'm going to take no action on that case. All right, that's all, sir. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Tyler Rhodes.
Tyler Rhodes. Something for Eddie James Rhodes here. I don't know what that's about. Okay. Mr. Rhodes, you were arrested and charged with trespass on school grounds. Excuse me? Oh, it's an AKA. I see. Thank you. Trespass on school grounds. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause in this matter. And I will stay the bond in the amount of $250 on this charge. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Sir, you're currently out on bond on a charge of petty theft. Your bond is currently $1,000. At this time, I'm going to revoke that bond and raise your bond to $2,000, sir. Same conditions. Jacqueline Rivera Torres. Is that you, ma'am? Okay, ma'am, you were arrested and charged with trespass on property after warning at ORMC. And ma'am, I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Is there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. Can I have 1 second?
Sure.
Because we have.
Judge, she'll be entering into a plea. She'll just have her fill out 3 forms.
Okay.
Agreed upon disposition is a withhold court cost credit time served, no return to the hospital without medical reason.
Ma'am, have you read through a plea form and do you understand, excuse me, the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
What she just discussed with me?
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense? And do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
I understand that.
Kind of,
I'm a
yes.
citizen, though.
Okay. Then, to the charge of trespass on property after warning, how do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay. And you don't want to resolve this today?
No contest means you're not admitting or denying it, you just want to resolve
Oh, no contest.
No contest. All right.
Sorry, yeah, thank you.
All right. Ma'am, I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will withhold adjudication, give you credit for the time that you've already served here in the Orange County Jail. Order that you not return to ORMC without a valid medical purpose for yourself, okay? Also that you pay court costs. Excuse me, I'll give you 1 year to do that. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. All right, you'll be released as to this charge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Your Honor. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Jonathan Bedra.
Okay, Mr. Bedra, you have an out-of-county warrant from Hillsborough County, and that judge set you at no bond. I will stay the no bond status, and I'll appoint the public defender here just for the period of time that you're here in the Orange County Jail, okay? Hillsborough should come get you pretty soon, all right? Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, Don Travis Coney is a refusal.
Okay, on Mr. Coney, it's an out-of-county warrant. I will stay the no bond status and appoint the public defender pending his transfer to some other county somewhere.
Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade, okay. Thank you. Luis Rosas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how are you today, sir?
I'm a little befuddled, but,
Aren't we all? Okay, sir, you have an out-of-county warrant on a failure to appear for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. This is from Osceola County, and I will appoint the public defender here pending your transfer to Osceola. You'll be transferred pretty soon, sir. I'm going to stay the no bond status.
yeah, that's okay. I'm just trying to figure out why I went to court and they didn't, all right. I didn't wait for them to pick me up.
I don't know, sir.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good luck. All right, what is this? What is this? What is this? All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Diomedes Cifuentes.
Okay, Mr. Cifuentes.
Judge, this is reset for the state to get confirmation why the bond was revoked.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what's going on. You have a capias on 2021 CF 6743AO in front of Judge Davis. Possession of a controlled substance with intent to sell, introduction of contraband into a correctional facility, resisting without violence. Per judge's order, bond set at 0.
Your Honor, I have a motion and an order from the ASA from yesterday, permission to approach.
Okay.
So, I saw it. I believe the issue was from the attorney was that the judge didn't specify in the order why it was being revoked.
And then I believe there's an email.
Okay, there was a motion to revoke pretrial release. Have you already shown this to him?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
And
This defendant was released on July 9th of 2021. While out on bond, he committed the following crimes: battery, dating, violence. PC exists to show that he did commit those crimes. So because of a new crime while you were out on bond, they asked to have your bond revoked. And Judge Davis agreed and revoked your bond on the 18th of August of this year. And she's a circuit judge and I'm a county judge, so that's what's gonna happen.
Your Honor, I also wanted to state that our office, ASA McQuinsky, I always say his name wrong, he said that in addition to revoking the bond, the case had PTC on September 6th. So it was already revoked, so there was no action taken.
Okay.
So just wanted that on the record. Thank you.
All right, he's gonna need a pretrial date in front of Judge Davis, so. And he's already represented by the Public Defender's Office?
He has a private for the
Oh.
felony case.
Is Roger Whedon?
Yes.
Thought I saw that.
Alex Whedon, yes.
Oh, Alex Whedon.
Yes.
The other Whedon, okay. What happened is stay the no bond status, because I can't do anything else legally. Okay.
This judge is not going to. Your attorney can put in a motion to set bond. So just have your attorney do that.
All right, Sean Eric Greenlee Jr.
You don't have a bond.
All right. And this was reset, why?
Mr. Greenlee's case was reset according to my paperwork so that defense can be heard on the out on bond DUI. This is a Ken Barlow case.
Mr. Barlow's recovering from surgery. So.
Yes.
Is anybody here to actually represent Mr. Greenlee?
No, he's not here now. His release.
Yeah. This state's asking that his out on bond release be revoked. And Mr. Barlow's office can file the appropriate motions.
Resetting a new bond.
So he's out on bond on the DUI?
I have that it's supposed to be revoked.
Yes, Your
It
Honor.
was
Which is-
previously revoked.
It's previously revoked.
It's been revoked.
Okay, then I'm gonna take no action. It was previously revoked, so it remains revoked. So. And he can go before the judge it's assigned to, which I believe is Judge Bigney. Okay.
Hi, Your Honor, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Good to hear it. Okay, could you tell me your name, ma'am?
Yes, Beatrice Matos.
Okay, Ms. Matos. State order to locate incident report stated by PTR.
I have the incident report.
Okay. So now I'm gonna have a giant stack of weird things to do at the end here? Okay. What? All right, let's find out where we started.
No, I didn't.
So this is from September 17th of this year. What are we doing?
Well, where's the proof? And I had asked my,
Order of commitment.
Is not the day to contest it, or will I suggest the lower bond? Just the amount of bond coming forward.
So this is a violation of PTR condition on a domestic violence case. That on the 12th, you appeared in this courtroom, you had an active warrant, you're taken into custody, bond was set at $5,000 on that. Affidavit of violation of pretrial release. Was signed on August 27th. Saying that on August 26th, that she was arrested for battery domestic violence. Okay. So this is whether or not we're going to revoke her PTR? Because she was
This-
out on PTR and then she got arrested for domestic violence.
no,
No?
I was in PTR and, I don't understand why I got a warrant if I didn't violate anything.
So the,
So I went to court the day I was supposed to go. I didn't violate anything, Your Honor. I don't know where this is coming from. I just got out of jail. I've been trying to look for work, doing the right thing, and I'm here now.
the information I have from the state yesterday says that, Judge Allen wanted to see the affidavit mentioned in the violation, so that's what we have today. The violation of PTR conditions that we're here for, I don't have whether or not bond was set, I just have that the bond amount of $5,000 was circled and that this was reset to today.
I did not violate the PTR, Your Honor. I did not. I really did not.
Okay, this says you were put on PTR at the end of August, and then on September 17th, Joel, I guess Reyes, says that you came to his apartment yelling in his face, refused to leave until he called.
What was that?
So,
when
that's
it
what it
first-
says, ma'am. I'm gonna find probable cause that you did violate PTR. I'm
that's
gonna
when I
revoke
first-
your
when I first-
PTR. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $500 on that case. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
Okay, you're not on PTR, now you can put up a bond, so. Same conditions.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we have Melendez as a refusal.
Okay. Does he qualify for the PD?
Yes, Your Honor, he does. He's out on bond for a case that we are representing him on.
Okay. So are we here for all of these cases or what?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Everything? Great. What's the date on this? He was out on a $200,000 bond, or that's the new one?
That's the new one, the trafficking and oxycodone.
Yeah,
That's the new case.
okay. I would think that'd be a warrant case. Which case is he out on bond for? Somebody help me out here.
2022 CF 7902 AO, trafficking with intent, 4 grams or more,
And
possession.
then everything else is new.
Yes.
Okay. Then. We're going to waive his appearance. But I'm
Yes.
appointing the public defender on everything. I'm waiving his appearance. And finding probable cause and staying the bonds as set. And on 2022 CF 7902 AO, the case he's out on bond, revoke his current bond, set him at no bond, he can go before the judge.
Okay.
Okay. Do you need me to announce all of these?
No, I just want to make sure. I have the trafficking in oxycodone that has like 6 charges. I have another with 2 charges for fentanyl and destruction of evidence.
Okay, on 2022 CF 11957 AO, trafficking in oxycodone, the bond is stayed at $200,000. The other 5 counts are all set at $150. Okay, on 2022 CF 11936, possession of fentanyl is stayed at $1,000. Destruction of evidence is set at $150. On 2022 CF 11982, the sale and delivery of fentanyl is stayed at $15,000. The delivery of cocaine, possession of fentanyl, possession of cocaine, and use of two-way communications device are all stayed at $150.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Your Honor, we have Joshua Piper as refusal also.
Can we refuse? Does that work? No? No, I love my job, I love my job, I love my job. Just getting late in the day here. Okay, on Joshua Piper. He was arrested on a warrant. So probable cause was already found. I will appoint the public defender's office and I will stay the bond amounts.
Waive his appearance.
And thank you. So these are on 11929. Counts 1, 2, and 3 are at $1,000. Counts 4 and 5 are at $500. And then on 11249, $1,500 on count 1, 15 on count, $1,500 on count 2. Okay. William Joseph Sparks.
He's present.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody got out of bed. Okay, appreciate it. Sir, could you tell me your name for the record?
William Sparks.
Okay, Mr. Sparks. Let's see. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. You were arrested and charged with burglary of a dwelling, dealing in stolen property, receiving money from a false from a pawnbroker by false verification of ownership and grand theft third degree. Okay. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will stay the bonds in the amounts already listed. Burglary of a dwelling, 2,500, dealing in stolen property, 500, receiving money from a pawnbroker by false verification of ownership, 500, and grand theft at 100. No return, no contact with the named victim. Apparently you have an out-of-county hold for Sarasota County, sir. So. Is there a driver's license charge here? Okay, and I'll stay the same conditions previously stated. Okay. That's weird. There. Demaya Glover.
Your Honor, she is a refusal.
Okay, it's a violation of probation, and I will stay the no bond status and appoint the public defender to represent her. Is that the only thing we are dealing with? Because she has other charges. Or is it just
She
the,
has 3 cases, Your Honor.
so she has 2 VOPs
And a new law.
and a new charge, a new law? Ah. Okay. Okay, I've reviewed the report. I do find probable cause for grand theft, retail theft, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and obstruction by false information. I'll stay the bonds at 1,000, 150, 100, 100. Special condition that she not return and that she have no contact, and she's no bond on her VOPs. So. Santa Marie Howell. Is that you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Howell, you have a violation of probation on a grand theft third degree. And Judge Wooten set you at no bond. I'll stay the no bond status and appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay. Ramilis Pierre. Right, sir, is that your name?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Pierre, you're here on a violation of probation for a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Judge Calderon has signed a violation of probation for you and has set you at no bond. I will stay the no bond status and appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Garrett Bradley Beatty.
Okay, Mr. Beatty.
There is
Sir,
an
you are
offer.
here on a charge of open container. Is there an offer in the case?
Yes, Your Honor, so conviction and credit time served.
Sir, do you want to resolve this case with an adjudication, time served, and court costs reduced to judgment?
Yes, ma'am, we'd like to resolve today.
Okay. Sir, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, I do.
Are you entering a plea freely and voluntarily? Is anybody forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
And to the charge of open container of alcoholic beverage, how do you wish to plea?
I plead guilty.
Okay,
No contest.
no contest. Okay, I will accept the plea, find you're entering it freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the time that you've served here in the Orange County Jail. Order court costs, reduce them to a civil judgment. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right. Open containers illegal. Sorry. All right. Is this Brenda Gallagher?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge, there's an offer in this case that she would like to accept.
Okay. And what is the offer?
Adjudication of guilt, court cost, credit, time served. It's out on PTD, Judge, on another case, so we'll just ask if you won't revoke her release.
Ma'am, have you read through a plea form previously, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense?
No, no, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, then to the charge of open container of alcoholic beverage in public, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Okay, I will accept the plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the time that you've served here in the Orange County Jail, order court costs, reduce those to a civil judgment. It means you owe the money, but you're not on a schedule to pay it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am, you're currently out on a pretrial release.
That's correct, ma'am. A court date on December 2nd.
Okay. And the note that I have here is that they've been unable to reach you. You've not made any of your office appointments, not provided with them with a valid address or any form of contact. So you're not a good candidate for pretrial release. And given that, I am going to revoke pretrial release, but I will set a bond for you in the amount of $250. So you should be able to bond out, ma'am. Okay. And then as to the charge you just pled to, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. Pretrial release is not really working. You're not doing the work that you need to do for it,
We
so.
did discuss that yesterday about the phone number, though.
Excuse me?
We did discuss that yesterday. I have the paperwork about the new email and phone number. The judge allowed me to go ahead and make the court date.
No, I'm gonna pass on the pretrial release and just give you a $250 bond. It's a pretty low bond. You should be able to make that, okay? But if you don't show up, they're gonna revoke that low bond, give you a high bond, okay? Thank you, good luck. Sir, could you tell me your name?
My name is Dennis Martin.
Dennis Martin. Do I need to sign this?
We have an offer in this case, Judge, that he would like to accept.
Okay,
Conviction, credit, time served.
all right.
Judge Mama, can I say something?
If you hold on 1 second, sir. Okay. All right, Mr. Martin. You were charged with urinating or defecating in public. Okay. What is it you'd like to say, sir?
Everybody in Orlando told me I can't. Everybody in Orlando said I cannot go in their bathrooms, cannot use their bathroom nowhere. So if I use it outside, that's what they expect to happen. They don't expect me going to, I can't go in their buildings. So they gonna tell me, oh, you gotta go to jail for using the bathroom outside. You the one told me I cannot go in your building. The police, everybody in Orlando tell me I can't go in their building. What did outside supposed to do?
It's 123 West Church Street. State. Have you reviewed this?
Yes, Your Honor. It's the state's position that because Mr. Martin was visible from the roadway and visible to the public, as someone who has to walk those sidewalks and be around the smell of it the next day, credit time served was the offer. He's already been here. So,
Sir, well, I have a lot of sympathy for you because it. Sir, do you have a home?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Believe me, I have a huge amount of sympathy for you, but, you know, 123 West Church Street is pretty much right downtown. It's not like you couldn't walk 2 blocks, go over by those railroad tracks where it's a little more private and do something.
That's what it was ever, the railroad trace.
No, not 123, sir. I have a huge amount of sympathy for you, so you can enter a plea of not guilty, or you can enter a plea of no contest, and I sentence you to time served, or reduce your cost to a civil judgment.
Okay,
sir.
no contest, yes, ma'am.
No contest, all right. Sir, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Were you on a criminal probation at the time of this offense?
No.
And do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation? Are you a U.S. citizen, sir? Okay, I'm not really supposed to ask you that question, but I kind of knew the answer to that anyway. All right, sir, then to the charge of urinating in public, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty? No contest. No contest.
Okay, sir, I'll accept your plea, find you're entering it freely and voluntarily, and I will adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to time served, reduce your cost to a civil judgment, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Good luck to you, sir, really. God bless, okay?
Thank you.
Your Honor, Emmanuel Strickland is a refusal.
I didn't want to see him anyway.
Said I gave him a good offer too.
Okay, on Mr. Strickland, I'll find probable cause, appoint the public defender's office to represent him, and stay the bonds. And I will release you all from your indentured servitude here. These are for me to sign. That's everybody?
yes.
Oh, my God. English to ACL. ASL.
English to American sign language to English, testimony is given.
Thank you. All right. Ma'am, could you, Tina Louise Carey, is that who we have here? Okay. Ms. Carey, you were arrested and charged with petty theft, retail theft. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. This is from Total Wine. Okay. And I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Does she qualify for any release? I don't have any papers. I'll let you find it. you. Oh, she was not interviewed, I see.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. If you're referring to if she qualifies for pretrial, she doesn't. She has an open active warrant
Ah,
out of Michigan.
okay. Ma'am, I will stay the bond at $500. With special condition that you not return to the Total Wine at 2712 East Colonial Drive. And I've appointed the public defender to represent you. All right, anything else? No? Okay, thank you.
An attorney, you could tell her, an attorney from our office will contact her this week and work with her on her case.
Unless you can post a $500 bond, yes. All right. Is that all the ASL we have? I would think so, yes. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry you had to wait so long.
I understood that, all right. Your Honor, on the move up, Mr. Flowers, he's a refusal.
Okay. Michael Paul Flowers. I'll find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office. And are they waiving his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor. Quinasia Irwin for the Public Defender's Office will waive.
Okay, and I will stay the $1,500 bond that was previously set with all the same conditions. Which I guess
Your
there
Honor.
weren't any. Yes, ma'am.
Are you staying it on both? I have two different court case numbers for, both for grand theft third degree. I have 22 CF 1991 and 22 CF, 11992 and 11991.
Staying it on both cases.
Thank you,
Appointing
Your
the
Honor.
public defender on both cases. Okay.
Your Honor, McCoy is mental health.
Okay. Then I'm on the criminal mischief new charge. I will find probable cause, appoint the public defender. Are you waiving his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I am staying the $1,000 bond. He's currently out on ROR on a trespass. I'll take no action on that. We have Robert Wise. Yes, sir? Okay. Okay. Sir, you were arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a firearm and improper exhibition of a weapon or a firearm. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And I will set bond in these cases, in these charges, on the aggravated assault with a firearm. The court will set bond in the amount of $5,000 in improper exhibition of a weapon or a firearm. I'll set bond in the amount of $1,000 with a special condition that you have no contact with the named victim, that you possess no weapons. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, that is all, sir.
No. Your Honor, we have Henry Pierre as a refusal.
Okay. On Pierre, Sonny, Henry, I I find probable cause, will appoint the public defender's office. Are you waiving his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I will stay the bond amounts on the petty theft of $250, resisting without $500, resisting without $500. I believe that's all. And no return.
How you doing, Your Honor? Good morning.
Sir, could you tell me your name?
Yes, Joshua Mendez. Could you give us one moment, please?
Sure. Take your time.
You can continue, Judge.
All right. Okay, sir. You were arrested and charged with attempted burglary of a conveyance.
Which I'm not guilty.
I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause.
Okay.
You're saying he does not qualify for the public defender? Sir, are you employed?
Yes, I am employed.
Excuse me?
He was appointed yesterday.
Okay. And the public defender was appointed yesterday. Why? Oh, you had refused? That's why you're here today?
I refused for what?
I don't know, sir.
I never refused for anything, Your Honor. Did we read?
This is from October 14th. Okay. Sir, I've reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And I will stay the bond in the amount of $1,000 with the special condition.
May I say something to you, Your Honor?
May want to ask your attorney about that.
I wouldn't do it. I'm not guilty. I have nothing to do with anything of this at all. I was set up. Why am I in jail?
No special conditions, just set bond at $1,000.
No. Can I say something else, Your Honor?
No.
Like, why am I in jail? Like, for real, why am I in jail?
We're trying door handles, sir. That's why. Okay.
Put your mask on.
Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Sean Michael Davis, SEANMICHAEL Davis.
Your
Okay.
Honor,
Yes.
the criminal history that was given for Mr. Davis, I don't think was the correct Mr. Davis. So I wanted to let the court know that I will be extending an offer for credit time served. What? Yeah, credit time served for both charges.
And court costs?
Yep, court costs just for one. I'm not gonna double up on that.
I think it's just one case, so yes. Sir, if you wanted to resolve this case today, I would adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to time served, and order court costs and reduce them to a civil judgment. Do you want to resolve this today?
Yes, absolutely.
You're charged with trespass, as well as, it says state misdemeanors, which is what the city calls resisting an officer without violence.
I'm sorry, State. Which part of his criminal history do you think wasn't correct?
I spoke with defense, and the photo on David doesn't match for the one that she pulled up.
So basically, we represent a lot of Sean Davises, and this is two different people. So he's in under someone else's name.
That's fine.
Yeah, we've dealt with,
We usually run it by his SID number, so if his fingerprints came back, which they did, is the criminal history that they used.
okay. It doesn't really change
Yeah,
the,
it doesn't change.
it's still, it would still be
The
credit
same
time
criminal
served
history,
regardless, yeah.
regardless of the name. It's
Yeah,
the
so it's the same no matter what. When I check it though, for me, it's not from, you know what I'm saying?
No, I love you.
Like when I run the criminal history, I don't have the same as you, so sometimes it,
All right, back to Mr. Davis. Sir, have you read through a plea form previously, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Are you entering a plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
They should be all one off. Yes, no, ma'am.
Are you thinking clearly today, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And how do you wish to plead to the charge of trespass?
No contest.
And how do you wish to plead to the charge of state misdemeanor, which is basically resisting an officer?
Absolutely no contest.
I'll accept your pleas. Find you're entering the pleas freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty of both charges, sentence you to time served, order that you pay court costs, and I will reduce those to a civil judgment. Sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Have a wonderful day.
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Joseph Walker.
Okay, Mr. Walker, you were arrested and charged with assault on a law enforcement officer as well as a resisting with officer without violence charge. I have reviewed this. I do find.
I was just trying to get away for
anything that's said, I can use, the state can use against you, so.
Okay, sir, I do find probable cause. That doesn't mean guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm just finding probable cause for you being arrested. And I will set bond in the amount of $250 on count 1 and $250 on count 2 for a total of $500. Special condition, you have no contact with the named victim, possess no weapons, sir. Okay? And I appoint the public defender.
what about this?
All right.
Yes.
Sir, could you tell me your name for the record?
My name is Cesar Hernando Arevalo.
Okay, Mr. Arevalo, you were arrested and charged with aggravated battery on a pregnant person, a second-degree felony. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause for this charge, and I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're currently at no bond. I will set bond in the amount of $5,000. Special condition of the bond. My goodness. Or that you have no contact with the named victim, that you maintain a separate residence. You can return to the residence once to obtain your property, and that's to be accompanied by law enforcement. Also, that you possess no weapons. Okay. Anything else, State?
If we could just have it clarified what no contact means, on the record, that's all. No third-party contact as well. Just, can we make that clear?
Right. She's not here until we hear something differently from her. You are to have no contact with her. That means you don't call somebody and say, you need to tell so-and-so this. And you have no direct contact with her either. Also, are there already children in existence?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Then that is all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. If it was is a DCF thing or not. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Anthony Bailey.
Okay, Mr. Bailey. You were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence by strangulation, as well as tampering with a witness to hinder communication to a law enforcement officer. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause on both charges, and I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Okay. Sir, I am going to set bond on the count of battery in the amount of $2,000, on the tampering charge in the amount of $500, for a total of $2,500 with special conditions: that you have no contact with the named victim, that you possess no weapons, that you maintain separate residence. And are there children in existence state? Okay. And if DCF is called in, that you comply with any DCF plan. Do you understand? Okay. As far as a separate residence, you can return once to obtain your property. That's to be accompanied by law enforcement. Okay. And I have no objection to a future judge modifying this, but we need input from the victim at this point. Thank you. All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
My name is Alan Doe.
Okay, Mr. Doe, you were, let's see, arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence, as well as battery, domestic violence. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. And each of these charges, I will appoint the public defender to represent you, and I will set bond on the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in the amount of $2,500, and on the battery, $1,000. Special conditions is that you maintain separate residence. You can return once to obtain your property, and that's to be accompanied by police officers. Also, that you have no contact with the named victim, and you possess no weapons. Let's see. 0. Okay. I have no objection to this being modified by the next judge. I'm sorry, what?
This case needs a field interpreter.
This next case? I see, okay. She's on? Okay, we have an interpreter and we have a witness. And who needs the interpreter? Both?
He speaks English, Your Honor.
He speaks English. She does not speak English. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Gene Nice.
Okay, Mr. Unnice, you were arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic violence, and probable cause was determined by Judge Duckworth. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And the named victim is present, correct? All right. And State, do you have any questions? Well, actually, we're going to swear her in.
Interpreter, Rio?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Can you translate, please? Please raise your right hand.
S'il vous plaît, levez mes doigts en l'air.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Est-ce que vous sermentez ou affirmez témoignage pour le bail là, c'est la vérité, il n'y a pas rien que la vérité?
Oui.
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
S'il vous plaît, dis non pour dossier.
Mafal d'argent.
Massal d'argent.
You can lower your hand. Thank you.
Au cas descendre, mais merci.
Good morning. Are you seeking contact with Mr. Jean?
Bonjour, est-ce que toujours gen contact avec Monsieur Jean?
Oui.
Yes.
Are you afraid of him?
Est-ce que vous peur li?
No.
No.
Has anything like this ever happened in the past?
Est-ce que aucun jan bagay kon sa jam derive deja nan pase ya?
Comment?
Let me repeat it. Est-ce que nan pase ou jan de bagay sa te rive deja?
Pendant tout temps ensemble avec non, nous pas gagner ensemble, nous pas gagner privé non.
During the whole time I was with him, no, nothing happened to us.
No further questions from the state.
Eta pa gen lot question encore.
Okay. All right, sir. I will set a bond in this case in the amount of $5,000. Special conditions of that bond are you are to surrender the firearm, that you possess no weapons, that you have no hostile contact with the named victim in this case.
Ma mette yon caution pour $5,000. Condition pour caution ça, ou a besoin remettre zamou et pour pas gen aucun zam du tout et puis pour pas faire aucun contact brutal avec les victimes qui en question. Hein?
Okay. Ma'am, I can't protect you if you're not asking me for help. So do you, with those conditions, do you feel that you'll be safe?
Madame, moi pas ka protéger ou si que ou même ou pas mandé pour me protéger ou. Avec condition ça yo, est-ce que vous senti ou en sécurité?
Oui.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, State?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, can he?
Did they take the gun into, I mean, surrender within 72 hours?
Your Honor, is he allowed to return to the address, just to make sure?
Okay. Do you all live together, ma'am?
Est-ce que nous toutes nous habitons ensemble, madame?
Oui.
Do you want to continue to live together or live separately, but you could still have contact?
Est-ce que vous besoin continuer à habiter ensemble ou bien est-ce que vous besoin vivre séparé avec lui, mais on a toujours des contacts avec lui?
On marie ensemble avec Marie, nous toujours aimer Marie, Marie nous toujours aimer, nous continuons ensemble. On toujours vivre ensemble.
I am married to my husband. I love my husband. My husband loves me, and we have a child together, so we will always be together.
Okay. Yes, he can return to the residence. No hostile contact.
Oui, il est capable de retourner dans la résidence, mais puis il ne fait aucun contact, hostilité.
Comment?
Puis il ne fait aucun contact brutal.
Okay. Is that all?
Actually, what do I need to do?
What did she say?
I think she asked what she
After
needs.
this, what do I need to do? I can go?
You can go from here.
Merci.
Ou
Bonne
ka
chance.
aller de là. Merci, bonne chance.
Is that all the cases that we have that need a Creole interpreter? Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you for using our services. You have a wonderful day.
All right. Ma'am, could you tell me your name for the record?
Brandy Parker.
Okay, Ms. Parker, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, as well as battery by strangulation, domestic violence. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause in this matter. And I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay. And we have someone in the box.
Do you swear or affirm that testimony about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Amadou Kumar.
All right, State, do you have any questions?
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Kamara.
Morning.
Are you seeking contact with Ms. Parker?
No.
Do you two live together?
Yes.
And are you intending on staying at the current residence?
Yeah, till I move.
Okay. Since the victim doesn't want contact, I have no further questions.
Okay. And do they live together? I did not hear the answer.
Yes, Your Honor, and he said he does intend to remain until he can find somewhere else to go.
Okay. Sir, who owns the property or is on the lease? Both or one?
One.
Both. Okay. All right. And you're looking for someplace else?
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, if I
Okay.
may, I'm sorry, she informed me that she's the only person on the lease. She owns the home. So she would like to return back to her address and if he can vacate her property.
Is that the case, sir?
I mean, I don't want no contact with her. We're legally married, and I don't feel safe with her. So far, I'm looking for.
You remove your mask. You're in there by yourself right now.
Yeah, we're legally married, and I don't feel safe around her. I'm being scammed for a green card, and I wanna, as I'm working, I'm looking for a place and be done with it because it's not real. I don't feel safe around her. It's not the
Okay.
first time. Yeah.
I'm trying to find out, are you, as far as where you guys live together,
Yes.
is it a rental?
It's
Does
an
somebody
apartment.
own it? And
An
who's
apartment
on the
unit.
lease?
It's an apartment unit. She's on the lease, and I pay the bills.
Okay, but she's on the lease?
Yes.
Okay, all right. All right. Ma'am, I've found probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender on the charge of domestic violence battery. I'll set bond in the amount of 500. On the battery by strangulation, I'll set bond in the amount of $1,000. Special conditions are that you have no contact with this gentleman. It's your house, or your property. So, sir, you're going to need to vacate. And you're going to need to allow him to vacate, okay? So he can come with the police to collect his property. Actually, he doesn't need to do that. I don't have jurisdiction over him to order that. Okay, you tell me. You do this more than me. She has to leave, okay. When he needs to come by, you can't be there. You could have somebody in your stead to be there to protect your stuff, but you cannot be there. Do you understand?
No problem with that.
All right, okay, and possess no weapons, ma'am.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, maintain separate residence, but the one-time return is for him. It's her residence, so he has to move out. So I don't have jurisdiction over him to do that, but she has, it's her property. Don't put maintain separate residence, it's just gonna complicate things. No contact should cover that. And no weapons. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Frank Pastrana.
Okay, Mr. Pastrana, you were arrested and charged with child abuse, a third-degree felony. And I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. Let's see. I am going to set bond in this matter in the amount of $5,000 with the special condition is that you are to have no you're to follow any DCF plan, you're to possess no weapons, you are to abstain from alcohol, and you are to have no unsupervised contact with any of your children. State anything else? And possess no weapons, did I say? Not sure.
Yes. So I have no weapons, followed DCF plan, and no unsupervised contact with children.
And abstain from alcohol.
And
no
abstain from alcohol. Okay,
That's all. Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
Thank you, defense.
You're not done. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Malik Deshaun Williams.
Okay. Mr. Williams, you were arrested on a warrant where a judge previously found probable cause on 5 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm, 3 counts of child abuse, 1 count of battery. They've already found probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And is there anybody here on this case? No? Sir, I will set bond in the amount of $5,000 on each aggravated assault with a firearm, so that's on counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 5,000 each. I'll stay the bond of $2,000 on the child abuse counts and $500 on the battery count. Special conditions that you maintain separate residence, follow any DCF plan, that you have no contact with any of the named victims, that you possess no weapons. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor, that covers it.
Okay. And surrender the firearm within 24 hours of your release. And no return. Okay. And that's all. Thank you.
What are they doing back there?
All right. All right, sir, could you tell me your name,
Kevin
your last name?
Odias.
Okay, Mr. Bo Diaz. You were arrested on a charge of battery domestic violence. I have reviewed this matter and I do find probable cause. I will set bond in the amount of $2,500 with the special condition that you maintain separate residence, that you have no contact, that you possess no weapons, that you... Okay. You're currently out on bond on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery, criminal mischief, and battery. State, is it the same victim?
Can check. No, Your Honor, the victim in the out on bond case is, or the initial appearance hold, 22 CF 9706, that's a different victim.
Is it also female?
No, that victim is a male.
All right. Anyway, sir, I'm going to revoke your bond on that case. Division 14. Actually, I'm going to set you no bond. You can take this before the judge that put you on bond to begin with, okay? For violating conditions of any bond. Okay? thank you.
What was the bond amount in this case, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
I believe it was 2,500.
Thank you.
All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Taylor Fetters.
Okay, Mr. Fetters, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to $1,000 fine. Okay, and I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I don't believe you qualify for the services of the public defender, but for today's purposes, I will temporarily appoint them. Okay, we have somebody in the witness box.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Siobhan Andrea Devalin.
Okay. And
Thank you for being here, Ms. Lynn. Are you afraid of Mr. Fetters?
No, ma'am.
Are you seeking contact with him today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you two live together?
Yes.
Do you want to continue living together?
Yes, ma'am.
If something like this were to happen again, would you be able to call 911?
Yes, ma'am.
And has anything like this ever happened in the past?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no further questions from the state.
Your Honor,
yes.
Mr. Fetters qualified for PTR, so we would just be asking for direct PTR in this case.
Okay. PTR is a non-monetary release, so you don't have to put up any money, but you're on a restricted release, okay? So there are conditions to it, and if you violate them, it will be revoked, and who knows how much money will get you out. Sir, I am going to release you onto PTR with special conditions. You are to have no hostile contact with the named victim in this case, meaning if you start feeling angry, it is your obligation to just walk away, go take a walk, cool down. You are to possess no weapons. Okay. Anything else, State? I have no hostile contact? All
No,
right.
Your Honor, no weapons, no hostile contact.
Okay. All right. Do better.
Your Honor, I do have a PC challenge for this case.
All right. Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Mary Teresa Friend.
Okay, Ms. Friend, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor. Okay. And I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And you have an argument regarding probable cause?
Yes, Your Honor. So the alleged victim in this case did indicate to the police that he did not believe that she intentionally threw the ashtray at him, nor did he believe that she's a threat. He refused to complete any domestic violence paperwork and refused to write a written sworn statement. So of course, we'll get testimony from him, but from that, we're saying that it's no PC.
Okay.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that testimony about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Jason Patton.
Good morning, Mr. Patton. Are you seeking contact with Miss Friend? You don't want contact? Okay. Are you afraid of her? And do you two live together? Is the residence your residence or the?
Both on the lease.
Both on the lease? Okay.
And we also have 2 children together that live at the residence.
Okay. No further questions from the state at this time.
Your Honor, we'll just be asking for a one-time return to the residence, and for direct PTR, she does qualify.
I do find probable cause in this case based upon the written report here, and I will release her on PTR with the following conditions. She is to have no contact with the named victim, that she comply with any DCF plan, that they maintain separate residences. She can return once to the residence accompanied by law enforcement to obtain her property. As far as contact with her children, again, that'll be, if there's a DCF plan, she can have contact with her children, no unsupervised contact with her children for the time being. I have no objection to this being modified in the future, but based on the information I have right now, this is what I'm going with, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Caitlin Mullen.
Okay. Ms. Mullen, you're charged with battery domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor. Okay. And I will appoint the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause in this matter. Let's see, she does not qualify for PTR. Oh, she's on probation right now? That's gonna be a problem. Okay, ma'am, I will set bond in the amount of $500 with special conditions that you have no contact with the named victim, that you possess no weapons. So the named victim's her mother?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, she's not here right now. You're to have no contact. That means you can't go live with her. All right, you can return once accompanied by, maintain separate residence. You can return once to obtain your property, but to be accompanied by the police. Okay. And anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, that's all. All right. Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Rosa Maria Rojas Ramirez.
Okay, Ms. Ramirez, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. And I will set bond. Oh, wait, you do qualify for PTR. I will release you on PTR, meaning you don't have to put up any money. However, there are conditions. You are to maintain a separate residence. You're to have no contact with the named victim. You're to possess no weapons. You can return once accompanied by police to obtain your property, ma'am. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor, that covers it.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Stacy Elise Schick.
Okay, Ms. Schick, you are here on a charge of violation of a domestic injunction. And I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause.
Your Honor, I do
Yes.
have, I have an email from the victim's attorney, and the victim the victim's requesting that there be no contact, as well as no drugs, alcohol, no weapons, firearms, and to abide by the orders of the previous cases. I have those case numbers. It says abide by the orders for 21 DR 14697 AO and 2021 DR 11030. The attorney, Mr. Muna, indicated that the victim couldn't appear, but he did want PTR to be given, and that he spoke with PTR last night to let them know he does not want contact.
Okay, well. He may want PTR, but I don't want PTR. Ma'am, I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm setting bond in this matter and I'm at $5,000. Special conditions of the bond are that you not return to the daycare where this occurred. There's already an injunction. You shouldn't be there in the first place. Also that you have possess no weapons. There's to be no drugs or alcohol as a condition of your release. Failure to do that will revoke your release and you will just sit in jail without a bond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're to have no contact with the named victim in this case, and also you have other cases that are already instructing you to do things. You need to abide by those things or you're going to be in violation of those releases. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all. Okay. That's a new one. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Michael Wallace.
Okay. Sir, you were arrested and charged with battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. And we have a witness in the witness box.
Do you swear or affirm that testimony about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
April Quintella Jackson.
Okay, any questions?
Can you repeat your name just a little closer to the microphone for me?
April Quintella Shafika Gatson.
Thank you very much. Are you seeking contact with Mr. Wallace?
Yes.
Are you afraid of Mr. Wallace?
No.
Do you reside with Mr. Wallace?
No, we like stay the night. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
If something were to happen again, would you be willing and able to call 911?
Yes.
No further questions. Thank you.
Donna, we'll be asking for direct PTR.
Actually, his account was updated.
Okay. Sir, I will set bond in the amount of $1,000 with special conditions that you have no hostile contact with Ms. Gadsden, meaning if you start feeling angry, it's time for you to go take a walk and go cool down. Do you understand? Also that you possess no weapons. Okay. And anything else, State?
That covers it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Your Honor, Melissa Anderson is a refusal.
Okay. There's two cases together. Okay, on 2022 CF 3340B, the court does find probable cause for the grand theft. It was already found on a warrant. I'll stay the bond at $1,500. It was a capias. And stay the conditions, which are no contact directly with the victim, co-defendant, or witness, no hostile contact with the victim, maintain separate residences. No return to the scene of the offense, do not possess or consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or controlled substance without a valid prescription, no weapons or firearms, do not drive without a valid driver's license. Not a grand theft, okay. And then, is that the same case?
No, it's a different case.
The yellow sheet on top? Oh, okay. And on 2022 CF 5053, the court will revoke the $1,500 bond and impose a $3,000 bond. Same conditions as the previous bond that you had. Sorry, what?
Yes, we waive for parents.
Oh, okay. He's not even here.
Your Honor, we have Earl Bishop as bonded.
Okay,
Mr. Brown, approach.
don't have to do anything, right? Yay. One less. Okay, Jason Brown. Okay, what a mess. What a mess. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Jason Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown, you were arrested and charged with robbery with a firearm and tampering with a witness to hinder communication to a law enforcement officer.
Yes, ma'am.
And I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. On the charge of robbery with a firearm, I will stay the no bond status, and on tampering with a witness, I will set bond at $1,000. Special conditions are that you possess no weapons, that you have no contact with the named victim.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, if you're willing for the case that he's out on bond on, that is a PD case and no information is filed, you're willing to just state a bond in that case?
So and information has not yet been filed on 2022 CF 8275AO?
No, Your Honor, I checked this morning.
Okay, I'm going to take no action on that. Charles DeHolm.
We'll get information.
Present, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, you were arrested and charged with I guess one count of aggravated battery with a firearm. Okay. It was previously reviewed, probable cause was found. You do qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. I will appoint them to represent you. Okay. State, what's your position on bond?
The state would be asking for a reasonable bond. I see he doesn't qualify for PTR, but his last conviction was in 2008, so just a reasonable bond within the schedule.
Okay. The purpose of bond is to ensure that you show up in court, as well as to protect the community, sir. I'm looking at your record. I'm going to give you some trust here. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $5,000, which is actually kind of a low bond for this. Special conditions of the bond, you are to have no contact with any named victim or any witnesses in this case. Also, that you are to possess no weapons or firearms. You're to forfeit the firearm. Actually, I don't know. I think they already got it. Is that not, did they go to your house? I'm pretty sure. Okay. So forfeit the firearm within 24 hours, if it's not already been obtained by the police. I think they executed a search warrant and already took this. And stay in contact with your attorney, sir, okay? That's all.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
I don't know.
What's your name?
Yasser Edmond.
Okay, Mr. Edmond. You are here on a warrant in 2017 CF 920AO. There was a capias issued in Division 16 where that judge, he failed to appear for a status hearing on September 2nd of this year. And the judge in Division 16 set you at no bond. I'll stay the no bond status. You can go before that judge, take it up with them. And that's all. Never-ending pile.
Your Honor, we have Michael Flowers as a refusal.
We already did him.
Michael Flowers? I
Oh.
thought we already did him, yeah. I have Ronaldo Fuller next.
Yes, Your Honor.
We just did him. It was,
No, something else. Oh, my name.
you stop listening. It's been a long day, and it's not done yet. Okay. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Ronaldo Nehemiah Fuller.
Okay, Mr. Fuller, you are arrested and charged with possession of cocaine, a third-degree felony. This was a warrant. A previous judge found probable cause in this and set your bond at $1,000. And I will stay the $1,000 bond and appoint the public defender to represent you. Special conditions of your bond: you possess no illegal drugs. Thank you. I'm sorry, what? He has another case? Oh, aggravated battery? Where's that paperwork? Ah, how did I miss this? Sir, you're also charged with aggravated battery. Alleged victim is Kenneth Anthony Tobin. Okay, I've reviewed this. I do find probable cause, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you in this case as well. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $7,500. Special conditions of that bond: you are to have no contact with the named victim in the case, possess no weapons, not return to the scene, That is all. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Jeffrey Gaston, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Gaston. You were arrested and charged with robbery, armed robbery, with a firearm, wearing a mask, let's see, and possession of a firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon. Okay. Previous judge reviewed this, did find probable cause, and he set your bond at none on count 1, robbery armed with a firearm, wearing a mask. It's a punishable by life offense. So I will stay the no bond status and possession of firearm by a convicted felon. He set bond at $5,000. I will stay that amount as well. And appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. And special conditions, you possess no weapons. You have no contact with the named victim. That's all. Okay. I have to stand up. All right, good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Caroline De Jesus
Okay, Mr. Jesus
Godro.
Godreau, okay. You were arrested and charged with battery on a law enforcement officer or firefighter or EMT, as well as resisting an officer without violence. I'm sorry, with violence. Okay, in Eatonville Police Department. I reviewed this. I do find probable cause. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And I will stay the bond on the battery on a law enforcement officer, $2,500, on resisting with violence, $150. Special conditions that you possess no weapons, ma'am.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
Can you consider me for PTR?
I will not. Thank you. All right.
Your Honor, we have Patrick Graham.
Yes.
Bonded.
He bonded? Okay. You don't need me. Angel Eddie Guerra?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Is that
Your Honor.
you? All right. Sir, you were arrested and charged with fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer with lights and sirens activated, as well as driving while license suspended or revoked, which I think is in a habitual status. I've reviewed this. I do find probable cause on the fleeing and eluding charge. I will change the no bond status to a $5,000 bond, and on the driving while license suspended, I'll set bond at $500. And special conditions that you do not drive without a valid driver's license.
Your Honor, I was never driving in the.
Okay. Well, that's something you can take up.
Yes, Your
the
Honor.
The next judge, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you explain it to me?
Sir, could you tell me your name? Hey, Mr. Guillaume, you were arrested and charged with carrying a concealed firearm. Okay, a third-degree felony. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause in this matter, and I will appoint the public defender to represent you. And I'll set bond at $1,000. Special condition, you possess no weapons. And forfeit the firearm. Thank you. It should already be in evidence. It should be in evidence. They collected it already. Yep, this is him. That's his too. All right. Marquez Hayden?
Ma'am.
All right, sir. Let's see, you have new charges, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of cocaine with a weapon, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, and resisting an officer without violence. Let's see. And I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause on all of these charges, and I will stay the possession of cocaine with a weapon at $15,000 and all of the other charges at $150. Okay.
We'll ask if you can stay the bond for the other case. It's a PD case and no information is filed.
So stay, can you confirm that no information has been filed on 2022 CF 11975AO?
No charges have been filed, but wait. Is that this case?
No, it's an aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic violence by strangulation.
Yeah, when I typed that in, it pulled up this case. Just a second.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that one's from October 6th, so it's also pretty new. No, nothing's filed, but it's from the 6th.
I'm going to revoke that bond and double the amounts on each of his bonds. So let's see. Which of course I don't know what those are. Well, the total bond amount is $7,750, so, but that's collectively.
The aggravated assault was at 7,500, so you're gonna make it 15,000. The
Yes.
battery by strangulation is 150, so 300. And the battery DV came in at 100, so 200.
Okay.
And then for this case today, everything was stayed, correct?
I'm staying what was on the paperwork.
Perfect.
Okay,
Sure. Thank you.
thank you. Game. Being out on bond. All right. Lucius Leonard? Is that you, sir? All right.
Who will read waiving, Yana? Waive reading, I'm sorry.
Okay, probable cause is found and by a previous judge. And sir, I will set bond in the amount of $1,000 on this with a special condition that you comply with your registration requirements within 72 hours of your release. Do you understand? This is serious stuff. Okay? All right, and that's all. Dion Emmanuel Martin? Is that you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good afternoon. How you doing?
It doesn't feel like morning anymore, sir.
I
It
know,
feels about
ma'am.
midnight right now. It's been a long day.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you were arrested and charged with possession of cocaine and resisting an officer without violence. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. And on the possession of cocaine, I will set the bond at 1,000. Resisting without violence, I'll set the bond at 500. You're currently out on bond, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
on a possession of cocaine and possession of cannabis.
It's,
No information is filed in that case, Your Honor, so we'll ask if you could stay that bond, please.
Okay,
condition
and
that
that
you-
is from late August, so I'm going to take no action in that case, sir. But get it together.
yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I'm 54 years old.
Come on, you know better.
And,
All right. Nothing further.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
thank you.
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Lamar Mitchell.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell, you were arrested and charged with second-degree murder with a firearm. And this was on a warrant where it was set at no bond. I will stay the no bond status. And the previous conditions, that you have no contact. Let's see, you're currently out on bond on possession of dimethylpentylone, carrying a concealed firearm, and possession of cannabis with intent to sell. I'm going to revoke that bond and double those amounts as well. So on,
Yeah, they only filed on 2 of the charges.
they only filed on 2?
Yeah, the possession of the D drug and the carrying a concealed firearm.
Okay. So on the possession, actually, you know what, I'm not going to revoke that bond. I'm going to leave it. Take no action on that.
All bonds are stayed,
Excuse me?
stayed at none, and then you stayed the out on bond case? Okay,
Right. I
thank you.
took no action on the other, that he's already out on bond. He may want to come off that bond.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good
Or afternoon.
afternoon. I know, it feels really late.
Yes,
Okay, it's been a long day. Sir, can you tell me your name?
Patrick Desmond Nelson.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, you were arrested and charged with carrying a concealed firearm, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, as well as possession of cannabis over 20 grams. And, sir, I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause on the carrying a concealed firearm. I'll set bond at $2,500. On the possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, I'm going to set the bond on that at $3,500. And on possession of cannabis over 20 grams, I'll stay the bond at $1,000. Special conditions of your bond, you possess no weapons, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and forfeit the firearm that I'm sure they took into evidence, sir. Okay, that's all. And appoint the public defender, if I didn't already say that. Okay.
Your Honor, we have Oluwa Damilola as behavior.
Okay.
I usually only need about.
To go what? Oh, yeah. What time is your shifts over? 3?
It's just over whenever we're done.
Oh, it's different than the weekday.
Yeah.
I see. Can you do it faster than 30 minutes? I mean, I hate to,
Yeah, I can
okay,
usually get it done in 15 minutes.
okay. I will take a break. How close are we to being done with these? It might be this one.
Okay.
right? Okay. He's behavior, I'll appoint the public defender to represent him, find probable cause, stay the bond at $2,500.
Parents waive.
And that is all, and we're going to take about a 20-minute break for you right now.
Thank you.
All right. Meanwhile, I'll do these warrants that are coming.